Hello and welcome to Silver US Dollar Technical Analysis. So I'm back with silver after a couple of days, maybe a week or something was my last video. And pretty much for silver, we had this first impulsive move, a correctional wave, and then this massive impulsive move all the way up to September of 2019. Following this, a very, very long correctional phase, which of course had to be that long in order to correct all of this sudden move within a very short time frame. So this correctional move ideally wouldn't have touched this make or break, which is the high of wave 1. Otherwise, this could not be a correctional wave 4, it had to be something else. So far, silver has not touched this make or break. It even turned around at $16.50 approximately. And in my opinion, we will not go below this price area in a long time. So maybe the next couple of weeks or months, and I do not expect silver to go below this. So right now is the question, where are we at the moment? Are we already in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 impulsive move, which has been corrected, ABC, and we might be at the start of a new impulsive move, although the smaller time frames, hourly, 15-minute chart, they do not look that harmonic, and this leaves a little bit of a bitter taste at the moment. But nonetheless, this is enough for a correction in silver. If we just look at the fib retracements for this move, so this was the low, this the high, we can see that silver pretty much came all the way back to this 0.5 retracement at 1760 approximately in this area. So there's a good chance that this correction is over and silver just goes up from here. And if silver decides to do so, we are in for a wave 3 of this wave 5, which should, in the course of this wave 3, break this trend line and stabilize silver somewhere up here or something, and then maybe form a wave 4 and then a 5 to just get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Something like this. So this is the picture that should be formed, and that, in my opinion, is to be expected in silver. If we look at targets, so we can use the retracements, obviously, so they know the extensions, so they always give a good impression of what to expect from a price movement. So we can see that usually a wave 3 following a 1, 2 move. So this next move should go all the way at least up to 2149, so 2150 approximately, maybe overshoot a little bit, then head into a correctional phase, and probably this wave 5 could be met up here at this trend line. So that's a very, very good target for silver, which can be met, obviously, and it would look pretty harmonic, as this is this trend line from here to there and even more up, and it would just be on one level with this 2.618 extension. So this is a very, very possible target for silver. And of course, following this, we have to see what silver does next. But if this in turn is another wave 1, which it very well might be, we can even expect something for the larger future. So of course, there's going to be a correction move following this, like A, B, C, maybe into this 0.5 area, maybe 618 retracement, and following this, obviously, a new move up, which should lead silver to new price areas and to new price highs. Maybe not as high as the previous high yet, but who knows what follows. So but right now, for the moment, we have to see whether silver manages to keep this momentum going that has been launched in the last week. If we look at weekly candles, this weekly candle looks really nice and very bullish. I'll just switch to weekly candles. As you can see here, yeah, so a really nice candle. This is usually called a hammer candle. So we have a very small body of this candle. This indicates a lot of buying interest, and 2 times in a row. So this is usually a good sign. So even if this is not the start of a new move to the upside, of a new impulsive move, so even if this is not a wave 3 that is beginning now, it is, at least in my opinion, a good sign for short-term rising silver prices. Of course, we have to see how the situation is after the weekend, whether market participants sell or not, but in the end, silver looks really good. But then again, I mean, if we look here, we had this candle, this looked very bullish as well, and we had this sell-off following this in the week. So yeah, obviously you always have to be careful, but then again, this correction in total has been deep enough, and as I said, I don't expect silver to go below this price area again. Probably the make or break for a scenario to go up immediately would be this 1760 range, probably the previous low. So if silver goes below this, there's a chance that it either bounces off this trend line or tries to dip down once again, maybe into this area where there's the weekly EMA 200, or even retest this low. But in my opinion, a move down here is not really necessary in silver at the moment, and I personally expect increasing prices over the next days, and hopefully this all stabilizes and we get the next move to the upside, which should take silver somewhere in this $23 range or price area. Of course, not within days. We are talking about months, and so this is, in my opinion, a realistic target for this year 2020. So somewhere within 2020, this is a realistic target. If we use time predictions right now, this could be in April. So we have to see about this. But usually this time dimension is really, really hard to anticipate. It's a lot easier to find price areas that pose targets or pose resistances or supports for those values. Okay, so yeah, just to come to a conclusion, I personally expect silver to have rising prices over the next couple of days. We have to see whether this move up will manifest and maybe hopefully break through this price area, which is around, what is it, 1950 or something. So this would align pretty nice with this high. So naturally this high would pose a resistance. Yeah, so we will have to see what silver does. But in my opinion, it looks really nice, and we had this nice comeback from the expected low, and a very nice correction move, which looks very harmonic. And so all in all, silver looks in really, really great shape. And yeah, I really expect silver to to go up and reach this price area within 2020, and in my opinion, a very, very realistic target. Okay, so that's it for silver for the moment, and thank you very much for watching, and see you soon.